Hi, my name is Chris Gregerson. I live in New Richmond, Wisconsin. I'm not a mental health professional. I've had an interest in understanding interpersonal relationships since I was young. This video is about direct communication. Direct communication is saying what you mean literally and plainly. An example would be a scientist saying, "The result of the experiment is positive," or a journalist saying, "The accident occurred at 6 p.m. People can talk about their feelings using direct communication also. This is sometimes called I statements. For example, "I feel angry because you insulted my friend," or "I'm worried about this surgery that's coming up." Direct communication has no implied or secondary meaning. One's tone of voice is usually plain, in that there's no sarcasm, defensiveness, or contempt in one's tone of voice when they're being direct. Direct communication is used exclusively in scientific fields, journalism, and the legal system. A defendant would not plead guilty sarcastically. Their sarcastic tone of voice would be ignored and it would count as a real guilty plea. The alternative to direct communication is indirect communication. For example, sarcasm, defensiveness, insinuation, name-calling, coercion, and belligerence. One's true meaning is implied rather than stated directly, or it might be part of a mixed message. I'll give specific examples of each. A person who thinks someone else created a problem at work might say sarcastically, "You did a good job at work today." Someone who thinks another person is angry with them, rather than asking them directly, might say defensively, "What did I do?" Someone that thinks another person is to blame for a problem could use insinuation and say, "I think we all know who got us into this mess." If I'm angry at someone and object to their behavior, I might use name-calling and say, "You're a real SOB." An employer who wants to pressure an employee to apologize for something may say coercively, "You're going to apologize for what you did right now, aren't you?" Someone that wants to get another person to agree to a plan can use belligerence, saying, "Why wouldn't you just agree? We've already gone over the reasons. I don't see why you're putting this off. You should agree with this already." All of these tactics have something in common. They're designed to hurt the other person's feelings, to manipulate them, or to defend oneself from a perceived attack. They do not plainly state the speaker's true position. Whether direct communication or indirect communication is best depends upon what your goal is. If you are trying to cooperate and you want the other person's cooperation, direct communication is the most effective. If your purpose is to hurt someone, to manipulate them, or defend yourself from an attack, being indirect may be more effective. You can be direct even when other people are not. Unilateral direct communication can still be effective. If someone else has resorted to name-calling, rather than defending yourself, you can say, "Please don't call me names." If someone else is using insinuation and implying something, you can say to them directly, "It sounds like you're implying something. Could you tell me what it is?" If someone else is being belligerent, you can respond directly by saying, "I've already answered you. My answer is no. I'm not going to answer you again. We can talk about something else, or else this conversation is over." Being direct in this way tends to disarm the other person's tactic and gives you the best chance at achieving some cooperation. Personal relationships require direct communication. Personal relationships are about a mutual interest in the other person's welfare and well-being. A successful relationship means that people are there for one another. So by definition, it's a cooperative relationship. Direct communication is the most effective. Intimate personal relationships require trust, the ability to listen with an open mind, empathy, as well as the ability to communicate directly about your feelings toward the other person and the relationship itself. I hope this video has been helpful. There's more information on my website at cgstock.com/relationships. Thanks.